Today I have a very special co-host with me. This is Stella. She is our new golden retriever puppy, and she's here to help me as we talk about how dog-friendly Charleston really is. So if you're looking to make a move or even just visit Charleston and you want to bring along man's best friend, this video is for you. Welcome back, everybody. I am Bill. I am a realtor and dog lover here in Charleston, and I make videos to help people make better decisions when moving to, from, or around the greater Charleston area. So if you're into that sort of thing, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you're looking to make a move in the next 3 days to 3 years, I can probably help with that. Now let's get into this, because today Stella and I are going to be talking about some of the most dog-friendly events and places all around town for you. So the short answer to the question, is Charleston dog-friendly? Well, that's a resounding yes. Now there are some places where they do not allow dogs. Always call before you go anywhere, but we're going to talk about some of my favorite dog-friendly places and events, starting with dog parks. Now there's seemingly dog parks everywhere here in Charleston, so we're just going to talk about some of my favorites and let us know down in the comments what your favorites are. Now the first one is the James Island County Park. Now this has probably the biggest dog park in the entire area, and it even sits right on a lake with 2 small beaches where the dogs can run and play in the water, and there's also a small dog area. Now the whole park itself is 650 acres, but I would say that the dog park is probably around 5 acres or more. Now in the county park system, there are also dog parks at Palmetto Islands County Park, Wanamaker Park, and the Johns Island County Park. If you live up in Somerville, the new Ashley River Park off of Bacon's Bridge does have a large and small dog park area. And then downtown, you're gonna find some at Hampton Park, and then right next to the Pineapple Fountain, there's a great dog park with some great scenery down there. Now, being coastal, it's going to be super tempting to always want to take your dog to the beach. And dogs love the beach, they love the ocean, but there are some rules that you need to know, and they are beach specific. So let's get right into those. On Folly Beach, dogs must be leashed and under voice control at all times, and they're actually prohibited on the beach from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. from May through September. On Isle of Palms, there are off-leash times. However, the owner must have a leash in hand and the dog under voice control at all times. Now, these hours are from April 1st to September 14th, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., and September 15th through March 31st, 4 p.m. to 10 a.m. Now on Sullivan's Island, there are a little more strict rules, and dog licenses are required for all dogs living on or visiting the island. Now they're only $25 for residents and $50 for others for the year, and you can get those from Town Hall. Now dogs may be off leash from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. and there are no dogs on the beach at all from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. May through September. And October through April, 5 a.m. to noon is off leash, and on leash is noon to 5 a.m. So you got all that? Well, it's subject to change, so always check with the beach before you head down there. Now these rules are put in place for the dog's protection and for the people on the beach. And the beach can get super crowded, so having dogs run around everywhere probably isn't that safe, but it also gets very, very hot here. So it is for the protection of the dog in that heat. What was that? What? Stella wanted me to let you know that only 87% of you are subscribed to my channel. So if you want her to stay a happy puppy, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Now, when it comes to eating out and bringing your dog, BringFido.com lists over 300 restaurants in the greater Charleston area that are dog friendly. Now, most of them are going to be the casual restaurants with the patios. Dogs aren't usually allowed inside the restaurant, but you can eat outside and bring them. But always check and make sure before you get there if dogs are allowed. Now, like I said, it's like most breweries and restaurants, but recently, one of my favorite breweries, Low Tide Brewery, actually had to restrict dogs from being on their patio and in the brewery because of some dog owners that their dogs got a little crazy. So it was for the safety of the patrons. I know it was a hard decision for them, but it brings me to the point of, if you're taking your dog out somewhere, A, call and make sure they're allowed before you get there, but also make sure your dog is well behaved and is acclimated to being around large groups of people, children, and other dogs. And if you're just visiting or coming down to research the area and you want to bring your dog, there are over 20 pet-friendly hotels listed on bringfido.com. I'll put that link down below so that you know exactly where you can stay that does allow dogs. One of them is actually the Tides on Folly Beach. So you can stay right on the beach with your dog, and I have friends that do it all the time. So what if you don't have a dog and you want to get one? Well, there are plenty of places around here to find that dog. And we found Stella from friends of ours had 2 golden retrievers that had puppies, so we ended up getting her from there. We have another dog at home. She did not join me today because she is very old, has a bad hip, and severe anxiety. We got her from Pet Helpers right here on James Island. There's also the Charleston Animal Society, and if you're up closer to Somerville, check out Dorchester Paws. And also keep your eye out for adoption events, because they're happening all the time and all over town. They're a very common thing to see in breweries now. And there's also a lot of events that go on around town that are dog friendly too. Because of the weather, a lot of them are outside, so you are allowed to bring your dogs. I know in the James Island County Park, they have one catered to dogs. It's called Yappy Hour, where they set up a bar and a stage within the dog park, and you can get a cold beverage and listen to some music while your dogs play. And then the really big one is SEWI, which is the Southeastern Wildlife Exposition. And dogs are allowed pretty much anywhere that is outside that is an event for SEWI. They even have a dock dog championship where the dogs just run down a platform and jump as far into the water as they can. I don't think Stella will ever be able to do that, but my kids absolutely love going to see that. So what kind of dog do you have? Like, let us know in the comments what kind and what their name is, and if you're bringing them here to Charleston, and what your favorite places are to take them. And as always, if you're looking to make that move here to Charleston, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. I can even bring Stella along to some of our showings. So I've got all my contact information down below, and I'll see you on the next video.